And now Lindsay is here to tell us about the OPD Drumline. They have a bunch of different events they take part in.
A bunch of different events, you know, for those of us who were just out for the St. Patrick's Day Parade a few weekends ago, you might have seen them there. Police Memorial Week's coming up too, so we often see them there. Take a look at this hard work that goes into their practice. For the men and women of the Omaha Police Department, this is the usual sound of the job. But every Thursday night, so is this sound from the house.
I've been with the Omaha Police Department for a little over 20 years. And I believe it's important to establish some type of group that honors its members.
About half a dozen volunteers from the force put down the guns and badges and pick up drums and bagpipes. Veteran Sergeant Joseph Collin plays the bass drum and has been trying the pipes. It takes time, he says.
As a police officer, you have that type of personality that you're not going to let anything beat you, and this is very humbling.
It takes a lot of practice, and obviously coupling their daytime job with trying to fit in practice can take some time, and it can be a daunting task.
Some say they're drawn to it because of the sound, others the skirts. But they all do it for the same reason. They often march in parades, but the group's main function is paying tribute at the ceremonies and funerals honoring law enforcement officers, active or retired, who have passed away. It's that part that makes the practicing so important and so worth it for all the members. Just ask Sergeant Collin.
A lot of us, when we do lose an officer or we play at these functions, it brings a certain sense of pride to each of us.
We definitely felt a little bit of pride being able to kind of capture, you know, some of the work that these guys put in. And we learned a lot, too, while we were out there. I feel like a little bit of a bagpipe junkie now. Not as much of an expert as Dan, but one thing that I thought was really interesting, there are more than 250 different kinds of bagpipes in the world. So there's one specific kind, it's well known in Scotland, that these guys play. But yeah, there's all different kinds.
It's such a unique sound, too. It does. It kind of gives you chills. But is it tough to learn how to play that?
They're not easy to play, are they?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you know, like you saw Sergeant Collin say in there, it is very humbling. It does take a lot of time. But the teacher that we interviewed said, you know, he can teach anybody as long as you have the patience. So he's had students that have asthma. He's had students that are smokers. So, you know, you hear that long sound. Apparently, you know, you don't necessarily need the best set of lungs to continue
make it work.
Yeah.